So let us begin with our first style of transitions, which concerns the action cut that we learned about. For this example, I have a lot of videos that have action. And in all of these videos, there's some sort of action that involves a lot of motion blur. So I made a sequence, dragged all of my videos into the timeline, corrected their frame size, and just placed them next to each other. So you want to place them in a way where there is variation. So I have like a boxing video here, then it cuts into someone doing a push-up. So you don't want it to be repetitive because it will be hard to tell that there is a transition to begin with. So first we want to work with the duration of each clip. You can see that some of them are pretty long, while on the other hand, some of them can be really short. So depending on what's happening inside the video, we want to make cuts. Let's analyze the first clip. So it's just a video of someone punching. You want to just isolate the most epic moment. In my case would be like this, where the glove comes in front of the camera. So I can start the video here. That way I can put a cross-dissolve transition at the start. A little bit after he makes that punch, I'm going to make my cut. So this is what we have from my first clip. Bring in the second clip. So here the situation is a little different because we have another type of action. I'm going to start my video here, end it when he does one push-up. So you're looking for a start and a finish in all of your videos. So just repeat this with all of the videos until you have a very short compilation of all of these actions. Again, make sure that each clip contains the full action, so the start of the action and the end. Later on, we're going to make the cuts and finish the transitions. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be right back. So I cut all of my videos. I also color-coded them so it's easier to work with moving forward. If I play the videos back, we just have a bunch of hard cuts in between each clip. Now this on its own can be a video, but it will be very slow paced because we got really long cuts, we got no maybe speed ramping, we have no transitions, and that can take our video, which contains a lot of epic action, and make it boring. So the transition that we are about to do is perfect for this scenario. Alright, so now analyze each of your clips. And mid-action, we want to make a cut. Let's see our first video. So right on the final punch, mid-action, we're going to make a cut. And have the next video begin from the starting point. Then again, we're going to make a cut mid-action. Get rid of the rest. And just continue until the end of your timeline. So I cut all of my clips and now they look like this. One tip about positioning clips like this is to put a longer action next to a shorter action. So right here we have this action of someone clapping and this is pretty short. So you're going to take a clip that has a longer action and place it right next to that short one. This will give your video more of a body and it can make it look better. Again, we have this long shot. put it next to a short video, especially when that short video has a fast action. So like I'm going to put it next to this ball. And now this is looking pretty good. Let's play this back. All right, so this is the most simplest way of an action cut. So we're going to elevate this with some speed ramping. I'm going to start the speed ramping from this video. The first one is fast enough because of all the flashing lights. So we can start the speed ramping here since the action is a little slower. So right click on the FX box right here, time remapping, speed. And we're just going to stretch this up so we can see the rubber band. Now, either using the pen tool or Command Control on your keyboard, we're going to create keyframes. Let's zoom in right here. I'm going to speed everything up until he's about to go down, grab my pen tool, and make a keyframe. So it's going to speed up when he goes down. All right, I'm going to grab the first bit, pull it down, and second bit, I want it to go up. If you want to see a preview, set your in and out points with I and O on your keyboard, then hit enter. So I did something like this. And if you open up the keyframe, you can kind of stretch this transition and get something like this. So this is how we can speed ramp, and it will just give us a better result. So it's a lot better than seeing someone do a push-up in slow motion. And you're just going to have to repeat this for any other clip that is not as fast. For example, here. In the previous video, the punching is pretty fast, but here it's pretty slow. So to make this clip interesting, I'm going to use speed ramping. Enable time remapping. Make your first keyframe where he is about to make a punch. And another one where he pulls back. So the first bit, I'm going to make it faster. Second bit will be normal. Third bit will be fast again. Let's render this and see what it looks like. I'm going to enable loop so I can see the speed and then move forward. So now we get that little jump, which is perfect. Option or Alt, then hit X to get rid of the in and out points. All right, let's get rid of this. We have another situation here. So I'm going to do the opposite of what we did in the first push-up video. Enable time remapping. Zoom right in and make your keyframes. So we get this slow motion. And I'm just going to stretch this out so he can do a full push-up. There we go. So that's a lot better. The next clip is pretty fast, so there's no need to do anything. And here we have another slow clip. I'm going to stretch it out, time remapping, and make my keyframes. So for this one, I'm going to make my first keyframe when the tire is about to fall. And then speed up the first bit, leaving the second bit slowed down. So we see the tire falling in slow motion. in and out points, render. So I slowed down too much. Let's go for like 70%. And remember, this is depending on your video. If you have a video with higher frame rate, then the slow motion will be a lot better. But I got mine from the internet, so it's most likely 30 FPS or 25. So I cannot go really slow with these settings. So I'm rendering this one last time, and now we can see a preview. So this is one style of transition. When you cut on the action and, if needed, use speed ramping to make that clip more interesting. In the next lesson, we're going to elevate this by using a zoom technique. So I will see you guys in the next lesson.